Since the dawn of civilization, athletics has united people in the pursuit of greatness. From the ancient tracks of Egypt, where the first races were ran as early as 2250 BC, to the refined rules in 776 BC that shaped modern competitions across Western Europe and North America, this sport has withstood the test of time. In 1956, Kenya stepped onto the world stage, but it wasn't until 1968 that Naftali Temu and Kipchoge Keino edged their names in history, bringing home the nation's first gold medals. From that moment, Kenya's legacy in athletics was born, a legacy of dominance, determination, and endless victories. But what we see on the podium is just a fraction of the story. Behind every medal is an untold journey, grueling training, countless setbacks, moments that break the spirit, and those rare glimpses of triumph. Join us as we uncover the raw, unfiltered reality of an athlete's life and witness what it truly takes to become a world champion.
So my name is Benjamin Shalom. I'm 20 and I'm a track and field athlete, specifically in the 100 and 200 meters. Yeah.
That is very against
Very, very.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
a brief backstory of why you got into athletics and
Uh-huh.
what drove you.
So what got me into athletics? Well, I'd say since I was a child, I was a small boy. My parents say I ran for everything. They'd send me for a cup, I'll run to the kitchen. They're like, Benjamin, can you just walk for once? So I feel like it was an inborn thing, gift from God. But because of being in a country where sprint is not really taken seriously, I found myself being pushed into sports like football, swimming, basketball. And whenever I'd take part in such sports, the coaches would be like, Benjamin, this speed, where are you taking? You're going to lose this speed. Why aren't you doing something with your speed? And so I was like, you know what, let me for once try and step onto the track and see what I can do. And the feeling was amazing. Running at full speed, feeling the wind, seeing the fans cheer you to the finish line. It's a feeling that there's no other sport has made me feel like that. And I'd feel like because there's a notion around East Africans and how we are long distance runners, and so we can't really birth sprinters. I feel like if I'm able to diligently work into this sprints category, I can change that notion and change the notion behind we can't have sprinters in East Africa, and inspire the next generation, my generation and the next generation.
How do you train? Like what's what do you do?
Okay, interesting. So I feel like our training normally has phases. We normally have pre-season, during season, and then off season. So currently at this time of the year, we are leaving off season, going into the pre-season. So our training is basically 5 times a week, Monday to Saturday, and we'll have different trainings from Monday to Saturday. It's a full job. It's an 8 to 5. So technically, I'd probably wake up around 6:30, 6 to 6:30, go for a morning jog, come back home, rest, then wake up at 11, go for training. Now this is with coach. 11 to 1, come back home, rest. Then from 6 to 9 p.m., I'm in the gym working out with my teammates. So it's a.
There's no difference between a corporate
No.
It's just the same. Just
Yeah.
What you do.
Yeah, it's just that I'm sweating more and sleeping more. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And to come together with your training,
Yeah.
what does your diet look like?
Okay, I eat a lot. So I'd probably wake up in the morning after my morning workout at around 7, probably have 8 slices of bread, 2 eggs, 2 sausages, 100 grams of groundnuts, and some either oat biscuits or cereals, and call it a morning. Then go for my training, have a protein shake in between. So my protein shake would probably consist of bananas, eggs, yogurt, peanut butter. Then eat lunch. Now for lunch, I can have anything between ugali, rice, just a normal African lunch. Then, of course, come back home to rest. Then have another protein shake at around 4 o'clock in the evening before I go to the gym. And then I'll come back and finally settle it all with supper, which again is a normal supper in Kenya. Yeah. Our diet is also tailored according to what part of the season we're in. So because this season there's a specific weight goal that I'm meant to get to, that is what my diet will basically consist of. So I'm meant to get to 78 kgs, and I'm currently at 73. So I have 5 kgs to gain. So my diet is really pumped with a lot of protein and a lot of carbohydrates. So I really do big on carbohydrates to gain the weight. Then there's a point in my season where I'll be told to lose the weight. So they'll cut carbs and maintain protein. So yeah, it varies according to what my coach requires.
And then is there a scientific fact on why you guys pack so much?
Interestingly, sprinters put 5 times their body weight into the ground. So if someone is 70 kgs, times 5 onto the ground. So that energy is quite a lot. So we need a lot of proteins and a lot of potassium in our system to be able to give our muscles that amount of energy so that we can, provide what the coach requires on the track. Yeah.
What competitions have you participated in?
Okay, so I've participated in quite a few competitions. I had already mentioned the one that Omanyala was hosting at Kasarani. Came in second with a time of 11.8 seconds, which is very bad, but very good for someone who has done it for their first time. I have competed in Nyayo Stadium for some trials, and I came second at 10.7 seconds, which I cut down a whole second. I've gone for a competition not so long ago, I think last week at Machakos. I came in 4th. I was racing Olympians, but I came in 4th with a time of, again, 10.7 seconds. So yeah, I've been in quite a few competitions, yeah, and I've been seeing improvement each and every time I've participated, yeah.
So any international or national competitions, or it's just, as of right now, it's just been in Kenya?
No, I've actually participated in South Africa. I raced in South Africa. I went as a reserve because there was already a full relay team, but then I don't know if it was God on my side, but one of the athletes got injured and I took his place, and boy did I put on a show. So I ran the anchor leg and actually won for Team Kenya the 4x1 relay. Yeah, so that was my first international competition, yeah.
What are your ups and downs, the challenges that balance the demands of the sport, and personal life?
I would say the first one is financially. It's quite financially draining, especially for us beginners who don't have sponsors or don't have people who are supporting us into the sport. It's quite financially draining. The diet requires a lot of money. The training requires a lot of money. The equipment we use requires a lot of money. The transport. So basically, this whole sport has a whole foundation of the finances you put into it. So I'd say one of the biggest downs I go through is financially. Being able to sponsor myself and still give the best I can give is quite draining. Not only for myself but also for the teammates and the people I train with. Unfortunately, not many of them have a good support system like I do, from family and friends. So it ends up messing up with the team dynamics. I'll have someone join me today and we are buddies, but because they don't have enough financial support, they'll drop out of the sport, and now I'm back to being myself in the team. So yeah, it has emotionally, it drains you. Mentally, it also drains you because it's static training. You're doing this Monday to Saturday, and the improvements are minute, to the millisecond. So improving by a millisecond and training 6 months can take a toll on you mentally. You won't feel the 1 second, the 2 second gone, near the world record barrier. It's quite draining. Yeah, so I'd say the downs are quite there. But I'm really thankful to God. I have a very strong support system. Friends, family, they keep me on point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And talking about downs,
Uh-huh.
what are the moments that really tested your resilience?
Moments that tested my resilience is through injuries. Any athlete can stand up with me and say, being injured while your teammates or basically people in the same sport as you are improving takes a toll on you mentally. I got an injury on my shin splints. So basically, I was unable to run for 2 months. So I'm just sitting, watching people who are slower than me become faster than me, and all I can do is sit and watch. So it really tested my resilience. Injuries, number one, and of course, number two, like I mentioned, financially. So struggling financially can also take a toll on you mentally, emotionally, because you're unable to, like I said, put into the sport what the sport requires you to put in. Yeah. So, but I'd say that's the moment that really tested my resilience, the injury,
Yeah.
and I prevailed.
Yeah,
I'm back on the track.
You're back on the track.
Yeah.
So what have you achieved
Uh-huh.
that you're saying, I've actually reached that goal?
Uh-huh.
Let's go, Benjamin.
Uh-huh. So the first goal I came into with the sport was world record, and that world record is no joke. I can attest it takes time and practice to attain that world record. And so because I came into the sport with the wrong mentality of aiming for the world record and only that, my coach was able to give me sub goals to be able to mark my progress. And so the first goal was to break sub 11 seconds, which is typically to run 10 seconds, below 11 seconds. And we worked on that. It took me almost 9 months to be able to break sub 11. So I broke sub 11 and now entered into the 10-second barrier, which was a tick. I was able to see, okay, this is some progress. Then from 10 seconds, now let's beat the people who are running at 10 seconds. And in South Africa, I was able to run the 10.35 seconds, but that's a flying start. Another topic. That's a flying start. It wasn't a normal start. And that was another tick. So I think having the sub goals leading to the main goal has really been able to allow me to keep in check the progress that I'm making in the sport.
So what would you want to achieve?
The world record. That's it, the world record.
No
So
more after that.
no more after that. But I'd say on the track, I'd really want to break the world record. We have naysayers that have said it is unbreakable for the next centuries, but that's the main goal I have in my heart, in my mind currently. And then off the sport, it's really just to inspire a whole generation. Anything is possible. I mean, in the long distance, we had Kipchoge running the sub 2 hour mile, which was amazing, and it sparked an inspiration and a drive to the younger generation that it's all possible. I want to do the same too, specifically not only my people, but just the rest of the world. Yeah. So the world record currently stands at 9.58 seconds, which I'll shoot another fact, which means this man was running 10 meters at 0.8 seconds. He's not even taking a second to run 10 meters. So you can imagine his top end speed would hit 45 kilometers per hour. So if that's 100 meters, his top end speed would be at 45 kilometers per hour. Abidja, if you're hit by a car at 45 kilometers per hour, straight to the hospital. So you can imagine how fast the speed he was able to attain. It took him 9 years to move from 10.03 seconds to 9.58 seconds, only for 9 seconds. But trust me, it changed not only his life, but his children's lives and his great-grandchildren's lives, because it not only changed the sport, but it changed him as a man. Yeah. So my ups in this sport, I have amazing ups. Apart from creating brotherhood and sisterhood in the sport, having a community that can, have your back not only in the sport, in the track, but also outside the track, has been an up that I will take home for sure. People that will check up on you. You basically create a community in the sport that, goes a long way. Secondly, I'd say is the energy that you receive after all the training, and you're finally in those 8 lanes, and Nyayo Stadium has 30,000 seats, so 30,000 people cheering your name, and you know, seeing you basically do what you do best. Amazing up, an amazing feeling, a feeling that I cannot put into words, I can't explain. Yeah, and then finally, being able to fulfill what I personally believe God has given me to do on this earth. Yeah. So those are the ups, I'd say, that would overshadow the down any day and any time. Yeah. That would, and the money. Oh, and the money and the finances. Don't forget the money. Because we have someone like Bolt who had a contract of $12 million, which is roughly 13.9 billion Kenya shillings a year for life. Now, Abidja, if I get that money, my life is set. It's set. I can retire and just rest. Yeah. So we have athletes getting to that amount of money. So, I'd say the rewards that the sport gives after the hard work, I'll take home as an up. The hard work pays off. Yeah, definitely. Another goal I'd love to achieve is to win a triple in the Olympics. So that's basically a 100 meters medal, 200-meter medal, and even the 4x1 medal. So I won't be able to achieve the 4x1 medal if the same people in my sport aren't able to achieve the 9 seconds in their own split. So I would love to see a community of sprinters able to attain the highest level of sprinting that this world has seen, which will also help me achieve my triple, my goal in the 4x1 relay. Yeah, and then other than that, to the parents or the guardian or anyone who would kindly place themselves as the support system for this child, please just have their back. A kid can be fully driven to attain something, but is easily watered down by the support system they have. So please push this kid to believe that they can achieve what they've put their mind to achieve. And believe you me, you will see the results. Yeah. My name is Benjamin Shalom. I live in Langata. Okay, I'm kidding. It would, I'd say the people who have the biggest impact on anything in life are the ones who come before the fame, are the ones who come before the light is shown onto the specific thing. So if you're a sponsor out there or any sports brand that is willing to help young athletes in the space of sprinting, please, you'd have a greater impact coming when the sport has no light yet, and then hopefully reap the rewards afterwards. And for sure you'll reap the rewards. We have girls and boys, men and women who are willing to put their sweat, blood and tears to achieve greatness in this sport. Yeah, so they're all welcome. They're all welcome. You can put my number down there. Yes, they will, so they can contact me aside and get more knowledge. Yes, yeah.
These athletes are not just competitors, they are warriors, constantly pushing beyond the boundaries of human endurance. They embody resilience, strength, and an unshakable will to achieve their dreams. We can even call them extraordinary as they continue to defy the limits of what we believe is impossible.